Hello, grammarians! Welcome to our virtual English class. Before you watch this video, can you guess which sentence is correct? The apple fall. The apple falls. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Subject-verb agreement. This just means that the subject and a verb must agree with each other. They have to get along like their buddies. So, what does that mean? That means, if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular. On the other hand, if the subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. But before that, let's have a short review about what a subject is and what a verb is. Subject. A subject is a word or group of words we're talking about in a sentence. It can be the topic of the sentence or the doer of the action. Verb. A verb is a word that tells the action being performed or the state of being of the subject. For example, Ryan sings lovely songs. In the sentence, who do you think is performing the action? That's right! The person performing the action is Ryan. Therefore, Ryan is the subject of the sentence. Now, where is the verb in the same sentence? The verb in the sentence is sings. It is the action being performed by Ryan. Going back to the rule on subject-verb agreement, I told you that the subject and the verb must agree with each other. If the subject is singular, the verb must be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb must also be plural. First, let's learn about singular subject and singular verb agreement. We first need to remember that singular means there's only one of it. Here are some examples: car, tree, ball, orange, book, and flower. They're all singular nouns. Now, what about for singular verbs? Here's something really important to remember about singular verbs. They have an S at the end. Examples are eats, drinks, prays, sings, runs, and dances. We added S at the end of each verb to make it singular. The girl eats donuts. A flower grows. These two sentences show a subject-verb agreement. Let's go back to the sentences you saw at the beginning of this video. The apple fall. The apple falls. Which sentence is correct? The apple falls is correct. It shows a subject and a verb agreement since apple is singular and falls is also singular. Let's proceed to plural subject and plural verb agreement. First thing to remember that plural means there are more than one, and it is not alone. Here are some examples of plural nouns: birds, bananas, chocolates, pineapples, and butterflies. One thing you need to remember about plural verbs is that, unlike singular verbs, we will not add S at the end of the verbs. We will just use their base forms, just like eat, drink, pray, jump, run, and swim. We didn't add an S at the end of each verb. Look at this sentence. The two dogs swim together. The subject is two dogs, which is plural. Therefore, we need a plural verb. Swim is a plural verb. We didn't add an S at the end of swim. Therefore, this sentence shows a subject-verb agreement. Other examples are: the children play with toys. The elves wrap the present. The stars are bright. It is important that you are able to identify a singular or plural subject and a singular or plural verb. That way, you'll be able to check if the verb matches the subject. In our meeting, we will be focusing more on the advanced rules on subject-verb agreement. That concludes our lesson for today. Thanks for joining me. This has been Teacher Lay for ClickGen.